Everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're playing more Chasing Sunsets today. Before you watch this episode, make sure you watch the previous one. Otherwise, you may be a little bit lost because we're just immediately picking up where we left off in the last one. So make sure you do that. You can click up there on the icon that should be up in the corner right there to get to the playlist and see which episode was last. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into today's episode. Arriving 5 minutes ahead of schedule, you find Lisa hard at work already. How the hell do you always beat me here? First rule of business, always be 15 minutes early. That's true. That's actually a good rule to live by. I definitely live by that rule, and it's kind of frustrating when people aren't early. For me it is. I guess just because that's how my work ethic's been for like well over a decade now. But you didn't know when I'd get here. Did you? Lisa just stares back at you with an enigmatic smile. Highly effective people know where they need to be and make it so. Yeah, well, highly irritable people have a low tolerance for bullshit. Where's Jay? She's on assignment for George, but you already knew that. Sit. Please, God, not budget forecasting again. Bored already, boss? Wait until we have to talk about employee benefits vendor selection. I have a headache in my eye. Want to hear a secret? Sure. Delegate. Surround yourself with people who can deliver and leave the boring stuff to them. Best lesson ever. Budget forecasting will thrive in your capable hands. Oh, hell no. You can't hand off responsibility until you understand it completely. Oh, Jesus fucking gosh. Oh. But you and Jay have exceeded expectations lately, so we can switch things up a bit. What do you mean? Your time abroad. You learned a lot of things that apply directly to this job. They literally have nothing in common. They have everything in common. Listen closely. You traveled to countries where you didn't know the law, or even the social code. You figured out how to thrive in spite of your soft upbringing, how to adapt. I guess. Negotiation in business is no different than convincing a dirty cop not to throw you in jail. The stakes and languages are different, but the same skill set and instincts determine the outcome. As Lisa talks, you notice she's dressed a little more provocatively than usual. She's always sexy in a mean teacher sort of way, but she's on a whole other level today. Alex, are you still with me? Right, instincts. Lisa's eyes narrow as she realizes the source of your distraction. See something you like? Rather than the expected outrage, her voice exudes a subtle suggestiveness. No, I mean, you look nice today is all. I was thinking about something else. I mean, sure, he was thinking that she looked nice today, so I'm just gonna go with that. She looks nice today. Of course I do. I wanted to look good for you. What? Oh, what? Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus. Tell me he's dreaming. He's dreaming, right? He's dreaming. Lisa moves sinuously to your side of your mother's desk and straddles you. I wasn't sure you noticed. This is a joke, right? Oh, God, no. These past few weeks, getting to know you better. How you jumped without hesitation into the ocean when Jay fell overboard. Her voice takes on a husky tone as her face inches closer and closer to yours. It makes me think you might just be the sort of guy who finally tames me. Lisa grinds lightly against you, and it doesn't feel like she's wearing panties. This is very unexpected. Leaning forward, Lisa nibbles playfully on your ear. Want to see if that lock on Store J is still broken? You suddenly realize your cock is seconds away from inflating like a balloon animal into Lisa's crotch. Lisa? A split second before your renegade penis rants you out, Lisa giggles and hops off. So, why didn't you seize the opportunity? If I'm being honest, Lisa just smiles as she knows what you're going to say next. It just seemed too good to be true that a woman like you would be into me. Lisa's eyes widen briefly in surprise before the poker face is back. That didn't feel like it was entirely an act, and she reacted to praise. In other words, you trusted your instincts. Yes. Sitting back down, Lisa looks at you intently. You're almost fated to be your own worst enemy. You're young, very handsome, and about to become extremely wealthy. A volatile combination. Wait, did you just say I'm handsome? Focus, Alex. Nearly everyone around you will have an agenda. Never lose sight of that. So that, while extremely inappropriate, was a lesson? Okay. Alright. It's a good lesson though. I learned a lot. This sounds personal to her. She wants to make sure I don't repeat a mistake she made. In your position, you must always be 2 steps ahead. Be frugal with your trust. Otherwise, some con artist will weasel into your dojo and burn it down around you. Does nearly everyone include you? You should treat me like it does until it's no longer a question. And if I already know how to separate simple fun from responsibility and duty, let's try putting her on the defensive for once. Then I might think I found a potential playmate. Now, where were we? Store J, I think? Lisa looks at you appraisingly for a moment before smirking at you. Nice try. As gratifying as demonstrating some of my more specialized skills for you sounds, I didn't get to where I am by being the meat in a spit roast between my bosses. And I thought you were all work and no play. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that J is why you pulled that post-graduation stunt. If Tanaka or Chapman were my competition, I would even relish the challenge. But that girl has been planning to play ball with you since before she had grass on her field. Thank you for that therapy-inducing insight. Okie dokie. I'd have to be a special kind of stupid to put myself in her way. Good talk. We done? Wait a minute. Were you testing me? Is it wrong that I'm a little sad you passed? I don't know if I could have turned you down. Oh, you're going to pay for that. Oh, absolutely. But not today. Right now, I need to go to the labs to figure out why Mallory and Sophie aren't returning my texts. I can't remember the last time I got played like that. I'm legitimately impressed. Tapu beats Honolulu. I'm just guessing. Alright. Here we are with Mallory, and it's probably her friend Amanda. Mallory gazes across the ocean, lost in thought. Oh man, her dad's voice is back. I bet the good doctor has told everyone by now. They all know what you are. Hey, need a beer? Oh, hi. No, I'm fine. Just thinking. Who is this girl? It's question marks, but she was with Amanda, right? Okay, maybe it's not Amanda. Okay, it's just some random woman. I've seen you here every day this week. That's a lot of thinking. I guess it is. Which means you could probably use a beer. You know what? Why not? I'm Annie, by the way. Mallory. Mallory turns to accept the beer with a smile, and her face goes pale. Something wrong? Your eyes. Oh, she has I forgot the scientific or the medical term for it, but she has 2 different color eyes. What about them? And he thrusts the open beer towards Mallory like it's a baton in a relay. You gonna drink or what? Mallory accepts the bottle numbly while still staring transfixed at Annie. Don't even think about it. You could never be like her. Do you want me to leave you alone? I didn't want to make it awkward. Although, it's kind of weird to accept a drink but not the company. Mallory looks down at her beer in embarrassment. Kind of weird. Doesn't even scratch the surface. You're lucky I even came back. I'm sorry. They just caught me by surprise. What, my eyes? Yeah, I guess you're not the first reaction I had like that. I like them. Pretty unique if you ask me. Standing out doesn't seem to be a problem for you, Annie. Well, having different colored eyes kind of helps. Cheers. Annie clinks her bottle against Mallory's and both women drink. Don't listen to her. I'm all that you have left now that you killed your disabled friend. Hold on, wait a second. Did Amanda pass away? We didn't discuss this. What's going on here? Maybe that's not true. Dad is a bit of a dickhead, so maybe he's lying to her. It's so beautiful here and so blah at home. I don't want to leave. I suppose if you have to be miserable, there are worse places to do it. Miserable? Gotta be a boy then. That's a lot of things. Damn. Well, divide and conquer then. What do you mean? Deal with what you can bit by bit, and fuck the rest. Usually works for me. If only it were that easy. Hey, you can't fix everything. I know that from first-hand experience. What could you throw in the fucking bucket right now if you wanted to? Mallory looks into Annie's eager face and feels something click inside of her. You're right, Dad. You're all I have left of my self-loathing. Reaching towards her face, she hesitantly removes her contact lens. Wait, what do you think you're doing? I can say fuck it to this. Shit, you're just like me. Why were you even hiding that? Stop, you need those. You need me. Furiously, Mallory tosses the tin lens into the water. I bet that thing got flung with the power of a feather. Fuck off, Daddy. Maybe I just needed the right person to come along and guide me to the same question. I brought beer too, don't forget that part. Mallory takes a long pull of her beer before removing Bandit's necklace from her pocket. It feels different this time. Devin's gone. He's really gone. That you did, Annie. Deal with what I can, fuck the rest. You're not gonna throw that in the ocean too, are you? That's Mom, Peanut, Alex, and Dad. Just one goodbye left. I'm guessing that locket's gonna be harder to replace than those contacts. Doesn't matter. I just want to stop hurting. Do you think getting rid of it will stop the pain? I don't know. I guess not. Well, then leave it in the deal with it pile until you're sure. Tomorrow's a whole new day. Anyway, it's checkout time. It was nice meeting you, Mallory. Annie stands with a friendly smile and makes to leave. Hey, Annie. Yeah? Thanks. Anytime. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Kind of short, but I'll have another one lined up for you in a few days, so don't worry. We'll get to it. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you smack that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.